On yesterday's video I uploaded, I exactly predicted this correction on Bitcoin. I set up these limit orders on the lower side, and on today's update video I am going to exactly tell you what this fractal is telling us, what is about to be happening next year for Bitcoin. So on today's update video I will give you guys a big update about why Bitcoin of course saw this dump here. I'm going to be talking about what is going to be happening next year. I'm going to be doing a deep dive in towards what we predicted, of course, that Bitcoin is exactly grabbing the liquidity on the lower side. And since the lower side liquidity is right now grabbed, I can already tell you what is about to be happening next year. Of course, a lot to discuss on today's update video because history is once again repeating. I want to discuss the exact seasonality on this video. So guys, don't forget to once again watch this video till the end because I will give a big update on the current trades I will be taking on the market right now here. I want to be talking obviously about Ethereum and much more important stuff here on today's update video. And also, I am going to give away $2,000 in this video. And since I'm about to hit 200,000 subscribers, I will be doing a $2,000 giveaway, which actually was expired, but I'm still going to be doing. So make sure to watch this video till the end to know how to participate. But anyways, let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. Slap on that like button and let me jump straight away in towards it. So currently, Bitcoin saw a major correction on the downside. And yes, this happened during a weekend. So we are creating a CME gap yet again here. And if we're looking at any of the previous CME gaps, we can see that like all of them were filled up in a matter of days or hours. So once again, guys, if we're going to be looking at all the most recent CME gaps from the last 3 to 4 months here, all of them, except this one right here, took a little bit longer, but all of them eventually were filled up here, and most of the times it didn't took very long here. So once again, we're creating a CME gap. Eventually, we're going to fill up this gap here. Maybe not exactly right now, but of course, the expectation is obviously that we're going to fill it up here. And of course, on yesterday's video, I exactly predicted that, of course, Bitcoin was most likely going to grab the lower side liquidity. I talked about how I think it's going to come back towards that lower side of that red box here. And of course, I talked about the exact fractal that was repeating, which is of course the Jackson Hole speech on Jerome Powell, that first of all usually tends to create a pump, then a dump towards the lower side to bottom, and then shoots towards the upside again here. So we have already seen the major pump for Bitcoin on the Jackson Hole speech. Now we are seeing the dump here, which is of course exactly like happened many times before, like 2024, 2023. And yeah, so Bitcoin is once again exactly repeating like it's supposed to be doing here. So that is of course quite interesting. And like I said in many videos before as well here, I think Bitcoin is going to grab the lower side liquidity. Now I think Bitcoin can still come back towards this level, $110,000, maybe even a little bit lower, before then creating a bottom and of course pushing back towards the upside again here. If I'm also looking at the liquidity heat map, of course, lower side liquidity was grabbed right now, and now there's clearly a lot of liquidity laying around that $120,000 level, where I am aiming Bitcoin is going to go towards with my trades here. And like you can see here, 2 of my limit orders already were filled up here. And yes, I still have 2 more limit orders around $110,000 and $109,000 set up here. Of course, around $109,000. My biggest order is set up. Do of course still long Bitcoin because I do believe if we're going to come ever so slightly lower, it is a great time to be entering my positions. And guys, if you right now want to be trading also like me with big quantity, because I am opening up a $10 million Bitcoin long position right now here on this correction, and you want to be trading the cheapest, make sure to check it out in the first link of today's video description, because you will be getting a 25% fee rebate, which makes Weex the cheapest exchange out there to trade on. And on top of that, you can get like a free $100 if you bind your phone number and email. And if you make some big deposits, you will get some additional big rewards to your account here. So make sure to check it out. And of course, it's only valid if you sign up an account using that first link in today's video description. But of course, looking at Bitcoin, I discussed this so many times before already, but historically in the last previous corrections, we have seen Bitcoin always getting created a bottom whenever we, of course, created a lower low in the market, and more importantly, whenever we created a liquidity grab here. So I am expecting something similar as yet again going to play out for Bitcoin. Like I said earlier in the intro, I think Bitcoin can still drop a little bit lower, maybe towards $109,000. That's also where one of my orders is obviously set up here. But yeah, I still think Bitcoin can fall a little bit lower before potentially creating this bottom. But I think this is clearly a liquidity grab for Bitcoin right now here. I've been stating this for a very long time. I've said also in yesterday's video, Bitcoin was looking weak. Ethereum, however, is a completely different story. I'm going to be talking about that in the end of the video, so make sure to continue watching. But Ethereum is obviously a completely different story right now here. But yeah, that is of course currently the case here. And of course, I also warned about the fact that September is historically one of the worst months for crypto and Bitcoin and Ethereum. And yeah, I do want to be paying attention towards that one exactly as well here. So yeah, won't be surprised if the market is going to come down ever so slightly lower. But of course, if it doesn't, I already have 2 of my 4 orders set up right now, right here. So Bitcoin ultimately got rejected from the upper sloping previous support, now flipping into resistance. If we're looking at this time frame, it of course looks quite bearish, but ultimately I'm expecting still a slight little bounce from off this level before potentially then doing whatever is going to be happening next year, of course. So yeah, still expecting that here. Then of course on the weekly time frame, you can currently clearly still see we are in somewhat of a parabolica at this moment of time here. And of course, parabolicas always end with a blow off top here. And that is not clearly what we have seen yet so far here. So that is still what I'm expecting for this Bitcoin bull market. I think we can break all the way up towards $137,000, but that is most likely going to be the top for Bitcoin. So I think the top is definitely coming very close here, but I still want to be looking at long positions because I don't think the top is in yet so far for Bitcoin. And of course, like I said earlier in this video, for Ethereum, it's a completely different story. I mean, we are right now 6-7 weeks out before historically the top is in for Bitcoin. But of course, for Ethereum, it's a completely different story because currently, like all the data is suggesting us, we are currently clearly in phase 2 and are about to enter phase 3 and phase 4. And of course, this is of course something very, very big here because the other altcoins compared to Ethereum are quite heavily oversold right now here. So such corrections are actually very good opportunities to enter in towards positions like Arbitrum, like Cardano, all these other altcoins except Ethereum. So I do still think this is going to come after phase 2 here, where the money from Ethereum is going to rotate towards these large caps, because what is happening right now is that the money from Bitcoin is rotating obviously towards Ethereum right now, right? So this is of course once again exactly playing out here. And of course yesterday also, while we had this dump here, I have been continuously keeping you guys exactly up to date about what is happening in the VIP group here, in my private Telegram group, which you can currently also, by the way, join here. I mean, you can see over here my trades, what I've been doing. I've been explaining about why I'm still holding these positions open, like you can see over here. I said, if you haven't watched my videos, here's what I'm doing with my trades, blah, blah, blah. Guys, I am keeping you guys always up to date here. And of course, we have 5 other professional traders that's keeping you guys up to date here. So if you want to be joining this private Telegram group here, which is, by the way, absolutely printing, guys. Look at this in the profit channel. Everyone who joined me with this trade on Bitcoin and Arbitrum as well here are printing like crazy. So guys, if you want to be joining this group here, don't forget to, of course, go to the second link in today's video description. It's very easy to sign up here. Go to the second link in today's video description, join the private group, and of course, go stay up to date in the group with us here, chat with us here, discuss and debate with us what you think about the market. And of course, we will be debating with you guys out there. So very important to understand here. But like I said earlier in this video, what I think about Ethereum is something else here, because this is Ethereum's part of the cycle, and Ethereum is just going to be remaining stronger than Bitcoin. However, I think the rotation towards other altcoins is going to come fairly soon here. I mean, Ethereum is trading against all-time highs here, and some people are saying like, oh, is it now also over for ETH? I don't really think so. I do, however, think since we got a major weekend pump, we could potentially fill up this gap right here. But ultimately, if Ethereum is going to come back again, it would be a massive opportunity. Just like I shared, I would go long on this level right here in the private Telegram group here. Of course, I was already in my long trade on Ethereum, which is in $700,000 in profit. So I didn't enter that over there since I was already long. But of course, I shared this was a potential opportunity. And of course, boom, Ethereum bounced over 22% towards the upside after that point here. So absolutely insane here. Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, I still think there's more potential upside here to grab here. Ultimately, the fractal, if you're going to compare it towards Tesla, it really does look like Ethereum has got a big leg towards the upside to go here. And ultimately, the exchange reserves are also telling us a very different story in this bull market compared to the previous ones, because there's less and less Ethereum ultimately available to be buying. and that is going to create a massive scarcity effect for all the Ethereum. And of course, the gas fees are also at all-time lows here, while the prices are at all-time highs here. So all the years of development are right now working. So Ethereum is definitely very, very, very strong right now here, and I do not believe it's going to be bleeding like the previous bear market. So like I said also in many videos before here, ultimately, I think it's still going to be hitting $6,500. That is my take profit target. And of course, I will be making about, $2 million if we are going to go towards that level. But I personally think that is going to be the top for Ethereum. And Bitcoin is most likely going to be topping out around $137,000. Even it is going to be even lower here. So these are my expectations for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Of course, I'm going to keep my trades open. If you want to be staying up to date, make sure to join the VIP Telegram group here, because yeah, if something quick happens, I will keep you guys up to date over there. In the meantime, of course, the odds are once again rising from the Federal Reserve rate cut probabilities. And I quickly want to be discussing the fact, guys, we are about to hit 200,000 subscribers. And yesterday I said, okay, I'm going to do a 2K giveaway if we're going to be hitting this. But guys, if we are going to be hitting the 200K today, which I think most certainly we're going to be doing, because yeah, we grow with about 100 subscribers every single day here, guys, you can currently win $2,000. And how you can win it, it's very simple. Go to this video I'm currently recording, that's currently on YouTube, go to the comment section and just post something in the comments. Don't spam, because if you spam, your comment will be deleted automatically. So just send one comment. And if you do so, that is your entry. And then tomorrow, I will be making a spin the wheel with all the people that placed a comment. And yeah, one of you guys will be then winning. And the one that wins, I will just go back to the video that I'm currently making, like you, and ask you to send your wallet. And then you will be winning the $2,000. So if you want to be winning the $2,000, make sure to set a nice comment right here today and subscribe to the channel, obviously. And guys, with that being said, thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you guys on the next one tomorrow. Peace out. Goodbye.